My god, that was a mission with this little thing down here. Maz, ti'n anodd? Better would melt. So just mashed in, check this out. Mashing at 66 degrees for 1 hour. So we'll have 22 minutes left. Just getting ready for the sparge. I got this set to 75 degrees, so let's set that cooking. So guys, I've just started the draining the water ready for the sparge now. Sparge water is currently only at 70 degrees, been faffing with other stuff. So I thought, whilst I'm waiting for that, I'll show you a bit of the changes I've done here, which you can see one there. This is what was kindly given to me by my mate Steve the barber. Thanks for that, Steve. Pride of place there, mate. Stainless steel. Absolutely awesome. Love it. This behind me here was the shelving unit that was that side. So I've chopped the bottom off it, fitted it up here, a bit more storage space, but I've got nowhere to stack the grains, so I'm after another solution for that. And then we have the new fridge, a nice tall fridge, which I've already hooked up to an STC. There's no heater connected to it yet. It's just to get the beer. This bloody sun. Whoosh! Just to get the beer at the right temperature to drink, so I keep all my bottles in here, which doesn't look too bad at the moment. So that's about it really. I've got my standard Hogriffen wheat beer fermenting in the kitchen, and it's been going on the second generation of the original yeast. It's been fermenting for weeks and weeks. It's still bubbling. I mean, it's not just dropping and there's no bubbles coming out. It is going through the blow off tube. So patiently waiting for that. So I'm gonna keg some, bottle some as well. What else is there? Got my goat meal pale ale on tap and turbo cider on tap as well. It's only about 10 o'clock, so after the boil I'll have a cheeky snifter of the goat meal pale ale. It's been on tap now, conditioning for about 3 weeks I think, so it's just coming into its own. So yeah, that's about it really. The sparge is just up to temp. There's the sparge water in that. So if you haven't seen it before, this is the new. This is what I use as sparge. Just simple copper fittings here, drilled holes underneath. Got the old Grainfather connector, maintaining the temperature in here. What you got to make sure of is just any hot spots inside it. There we are, that's already gone up to 77 degrees, but it's only sparge water, it's not too much of an issue. 15 litres I used in the mash, and I'm sparging with 16 litres. Just have that trickling nice and slow. And what I tend to do, different points throughout the mash, I lift this up and spin it just 2 or 3 different positions whilst it's sparging, not the mash, just so it covers it evenly, that's all. So guys, whilst that's doing its thing, let's go through the all important hoppage. Bittering with Pacific Jade, and we're using some SARS and East Kent Goldings. Now, the alpha acids on these are obviously different from the last time I done it, so I've slightly adjusted the recipe to get the right overall bitterness. So what we're looking for is the total bitterness to be 27.5 IBUs. Now, my original recipe was 10 grams of Pacific Jade at boil, 15 grams of East Kent Goldings, 15 minutes to go, 15 grams of Saaz, again 15 minutes, 15 grams of East Kent Goldings at 5 minutes, and 15 grams of Saaz at 5 minutes, and that's it. That's simple. I've adjusted this slightly because of the alpha acids, but I'm looking for basically 12 grams of Pacific Jade to start of the boil, and then 18 grams of Saaz and East Kent Goldings at 15 minutes, and then 18 grams of Saaz and East Kent Goldings at 5 minutes, and that's it. So there's a hops weighed out, guys. Like I said, boil 12 grams, 15 minutes 18 grams of each, 5 minutes 18 grams of each. And there's the hoppage there. Also Protoflock. Ka-ching! And now time to go and get the all important rhubarb. So this rhubarb plant really does do really well. We get about 3 of these size harvests off it a year. I'll let you know how many kilos this is, but awesome. So whilst I was sorting out the rhubarb, I realised that today is the day you get free wood chip from the council. So, talk about multitasking, I'll have to go and collect loads of wood chip, still more to go, to put along here. Oh my god, stress. So, we're at a rolling boil. Oh man, we're at a rolling boil. Let's chuck in some hops. And then we go to the boil. Bosh. Absolutely love using this hop. Such a clean bitterness to it. I think I first come across this hop in the supercharger recipe, I think it was. There we are. Set the timer. And yeah, I'll be back for the next exciting hop edition. Whoosh, nearly missed it. 14 minutes. There's a 15-minute edition. In 5 minutes time, I'll be chucking in the Protoflock. Whoosh, I was close. Multitasking. So all about the timing. So guys, we've got 4 minutes left of the boil. Just going to hook up the chiller now. Once it's done, just let that run for 5 or 10 minutes before I actually connect the cold water. So in the hour of the boil, I managed to get all this done. A nice bit of chip action. And that's where the rhubarb lives. I'm going to whack the cold water on now and run through the next steps, which I'll probably cover in another video. And yeah, we'll transfer it. There we are. So the water now comes in through the window here, round the counterflow chiller and back out there. And I've managed to install this little run-off bit with a cold water shower down to there, instead of the water pissing everywhere all the time. But like everything, it's only temporary. Right, let's get this transferred. And there we have it, guys. Rhubarb Saison part 1. Going into the fermenter at bang on 20 degrees. Yeah. So as some of you may be aware or may remember, this recipe was a bit of a collaboration between myself and Andrew from Not on Sundays Brewing, and I don't take all credits for this whatsoever, so again, shout out to him. I'll leave a link to his channel below as well, and at the end, what do they call them now? End screen. I'll leave a little box there as well. So it's been a very good beer. Sent it to new to Homebrew Tom as well, who kindly reviewed it, and he was quite happy with it. And following that, there was a lot of genuine friendly requests for the recipe, hence why I'm doing this video now. But there's also been some sneaky requests for it, posing as homebrewers, but when you look into it further and the email address they provide, it's an email address for a brewery, so they're trying to make money off the back of homebrewers, you know, playing about with recipes and stuff, which they should know better. It's a bit naughty, that. So yeah, hopefully that gives you enough information to recreate this to this stage. So when it's at about 2 weeks in the fermenter, it is very likely to finish quite dry, so I'm aiming for 1.007, then I'll be racking it into secondary on top of 1.5 kilos of frozen rhubarb. I then just keep tasting it for a few days after that. Mine took, got the notes here, 9 days for mine to give it that rhubarb flavour to it. Hopefully that gives you enough information. I'll keep on doing the updates on this as I go along. So yeah, give it a shot, guys. And if you're a commercial brewer using this recipe, send us some cash, it'd be much appreciated. So guys, in we go with the Iechyd French Saison 3700 yeast. Here she goes. So guys, as I mentioned earlier, even though I've not been putting the videos out as much, I've still been brewing, and the wheat beer that I've got on, the brewing, started it on the 21st of July. It's 27th of September, August now, and it's still going. Never ending. So yeah, the other one is my goat meal pale ale, which is coming to itself. And there she is. It's very refreshing. Nice, tight, white head on it. It's a lovely beer. Aromas. I can't even remember what hop was in it now. But it's not a massively hop forward in the aroma, but it's got a nice clean bitter kick to it. Yeah, I think that's about ready now. Oh, and that bitterness. Oh, and it's on keg as well. Oh, even better. So guys, that's me done for this video. I'm going to go and crack on and clean up. That's the worst part, isn't it? Maybe after a couple of beers first. Maybe that'd be a good idea. So please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you're there.